Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another couch video. Visible masculinity can make a woman receptive. Now, let me get into some deep stuff. Now, I'm always talking about the body game, but it's deeper than mere aesthetics. See, understand something, and I've said this before, I've done videos on it. Women are visual. Women are visual. They use all five senses when they encounter a man, and interacting or positively stimulating those five senses can put them into a receptive state. See, when women just see a man, just simply see a man, it can make them receptive automatically. Just because, what I say in yesterday's couch video, the woman's primary thing is to choose a man for reproduction, even if they're not consciously aware of it. But when they say a man, he has to visibly look like a man. And just visible cues on a man can make him look, makes him look masculine, does something to her on a physical level, makes her automatically receptive. Now, is it going to be the same with each woman? No, it's always going to be varying degrees. But it's a powerful tool before you even opened your mouth. Like she can see this when you approaching, because the first thing a woman looking at is those visible signs that he's a man. It's just like men. When what drives a man crazy? A woman who is shaped like a woman, not just a face, but a figure eight. A figure eight form, a decent contrast between her breast, her hips, and her waist. Because it says to us on a subliminal level, fertile. But so when a woman looks at a man, he's built a certain way, it's virile. She sees virility. When she sees like the big shoulders, the traps, the chest, arms, everything, that says something to her. Just a hard body says something to it, but it's more than just the body. Just any visible sign. It could be definitely the facial structure. Now, I did a video last week saying it's not just one facial structure, because people say, oh yeah, you gotta have that square jaw and all of that. The reality is, it's rare to actually find that in the population. But as long as the face just looks strong to her, it could be slim, it could be round, whatever. As long as it generally looks strong. Also, facial hair, just looking like a man. Facial hair, that's why that beard. You remember when beard game was big, and why in many cultures the men will have beards on them. That drives them crazy. It says man. It says man. The tone of a man's voice says man. How he smells says man. I remember when I had this woman over my place one time. I remember what she said specifically. She said, it smells like a man. And that's why scents are very good too. Like whatever scent that you have, like you use any cologne or anything, the smell should really say man. Don't be one of those guys putting on some perfume or something. Yeah, some guys that do that. Yeah, it should say man. And it's like when it hits a woman, it says man. And also the man's posture. Is he bopping along like a little boy, like do, or all lanky and stuff? Or is he walking straight with almost an erect posture, maybe military style, with his shoulders back, his head up and everything? That says man. Calloused hands says man. And, even with the height thing, now height definitely says man, but if you're not blessed with, being a certain height, that stature that women generally go crazy over, just having some of those other factors, still have like that beard or facial hair, still have a hard look to you. A woman's still gonna look. As long as you got a good body build, if you of shorter stature, you definitely need to hit the gym. You got some muscle. Women to be like, oh, wait. Seriously. I remember this. I remember one time I was doing some vending, and it was a dude there. He had to be about 5'4". And I swear this young girl was pushing up on him. He was an older dude. He's probably in his 40s and stuff. And a young girl came there and she was like pushing up on him. I mean, her body was moving and everything. I thought she was gonna grind him right there. I think if it was fewer people or more private sex, she would have grinded him. But despite his stature, he was built. He looked like a man. Solid face, body, everything. Man, that puts women into a receptive state. Now understand what that does. Now, there's always argument over choosing signals versus cold approach. Regardless, if she looks at you and she sees man, physical man, visible man, she's receptive. You could approach her. She gonna at least be like, hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? And shit, if it says it enough, she might approach either way. Whatever you want to do. But see, that's the interaction, because before you said a word, you could put her into a receptive state where she'll at least listen to what you have to say. At that point, it's just a matter of your communication. Can you communicate? That's why I'm always telling men, get used to talking to women, so when you run into a woman you actually want to get with, it's a simple flow. But see, before you even get there, she's seeing you from ways away. Because remember, women make that choice in a few seconds. Remember, I did that on-demand video about that 3 seconds. And that's a big thing. So they're looking for everything. Women even checking out the bulge. Women are even checking out the bulge. So they looking at every part of you. They looking at every part of you. Like the way you dress should say man. It should say man, not teenager. Unless you are a teenager. If you're a teenager, why, hey, that's cool with you there. But I've known some young teenage guys who they were just a little bit older than their years, and the women be going crazy. But whatever about you says man, the women they automatically go in that state. See, let me go deep. Understand, male-female interaction is about polarity. It's about nature. You can see it in human beings. You can see it in wolves. You can see it in lions. That's a very key thing to understand. It's the natural blueprint. Women are naturally attracted to that. They at least gonna hear you out. Now, if something don't work out, maybe it's gonna be just simply because the personalities don't click, which can happen. And she still might go for sex or something, what many women do. Because these women looking for orgasms out here. I'm going to talk about that tomorrow. Yeah, blow your minds and stuff. But, it's like, okay, is that your personalities don't click, or maybe it's a class thing, some social thing. But on a deep level, she's going to want that. That's why sometimes you see a woman with a guy and you're like, why is she with him? And see, here's the issue too. Too many guys be trying to judge another guy, say, well, why she with him? Be trying to judge a man's face, which is suspect to me. I'm just going to be real, seriously. Because a woman, she ain't just looking at his face. She's looking at the overall masculinity. In fact, if the dude looked too good, she questioning it. Some women questioning that. They like a little roughness in the face. A man might have a scar, whatever. If it look like it's kind of rough-hewn and stuff, they be going crazy because it says man. It says man. And yeah, there's some women that go for like that more delicate face or whatever. But then you got to question how feminine they are. Oh, it's deep. But the more, especially more, that's why you see those like, when you really see those girly girls, those real feminine women, and this is going any place on the planet, look at the guys that go crazy, it's over. It's that man who says man. They be like, oh, you so manly or something like that. But it's a deeper thing. Understand that. See, people trying to get past the natural blueprint for how men and women interact. You can't. Because you get some guys, they're out of form, doesn't say man, and they thinking a woman should just want them just because they got some money or something. Or because they think they're smart or something. No. If a woman usually go for that, he's usually secondary to her. She's just dealing with him because he's bringing something to the table, such as money. She'll use all that, or maybe status. But then as soon as that roughneck dude, and that's a term used a lot by cousin Tito. As soon as that roughneck dude, that dude look like, he's some blue collar cat or some construction worker. Let me say something about that in a second. She go crazy. And what I was gonna say about that, I've been seeing some stuff about that lately, and let's just be real. If a man look like he a working man, somebody gonna give him some. Some woman gonna respond to him. Shoot. That's why I like shout out cousin T-Tar again. He was talking about the office fuck file. And in the office, sometimes you get those like corporate offices and the women going crazy over that delivery guy. They going crazy. Or that guy doing some of the work. A lot of them on the low, if he knows how to be quiet, they getting with him. But that's because his physical form says man. And like I said, I always promote the body game, but a big part of it is simply just looking like a man. Not a male. Not a male. Because if you take an honest look at many of the guys who aren't getting any attention from women, I'm just going to be raw with them. I don't care if anybody get mad. And in these times, we need truth out here. A lot of times they don't give off that manly essence or energy or some old build or something. Because that's why women do go crazy over muscles. I don't care if you slim, big, whatever. You got to have some type of definition in you. You don't have to be 100% because that's tough. That's a lot of work. But something about you that says man. Because even some big dudes, a lot of times, they don't come off at that blob type, but like that, rhino big, like run some shit over type. Shit, women be getting wet. They start dripping and shit. And that's just a natural reaction. And I'm going to tell you what. It's powerful to the point. It actually cuts across classes. It's powerful to the point. So that's the thing. You tap into the natural blueprint of things. It's natural masculinity. Oh, it drives women crazy. You can't. They gonna be like, hey, they at least gonna give you a shot. And if you know how to work it, shoot, you got a lineup of women, or you get a very feminine woman. See, that's a very important thing. A lot of guys talk about their femininity. Well, one thing I've talked with a lot of feminine women, dealt with a whole lot of them. They definitely want the man and somebody who look like a man, and then his behavior matches that. All right. So anyway, that's all I got for today, y'all. I'm gonna go deeper tomorrow. I'm gonna go deeper on something because sometimes I just go with the flow, and I think just men need to understand this stuff. So anyway, I'll get back with y'all. Peace.